welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, my name is Shiv. Hello, if you're coming back then welcome. In today's video I have this look for you right here using the Revolution Forever Flawless Fire palette, which is right here, and this is the look that I created. It's a cut crease with yellows, oranges and reds, very like sunset kind of vibe. I've definitely done a lot of sunset looks in my time here on YouTube, but it's just what I happen to do with the palette. If you would like to see how I created this look and find out my thoughts on the palette, then please carry on watching. I have done a blog post on this palette, so definitely check that out in the description box below. Before you carry on watching, please give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It means the absolute world. And let's just carry on with the video. Okay, so today's video I'm testing out the Revolution Forever Flawless Fire palette, which looks like this. It comes in like a tin-like packaging, which I'm actually a fan of because I feel like it's really easy to keep clean. I don't like the velvet packaging that you get on some products because it just absorbs like all of the dirt. So I like that. It's got a fire print all across it with all the details on the back. This is what the shadows look like. Hopefully you can see that properly. I do have my camera exposure quite high just so you can see my face, but I will insert some clips of what this looks like up close, and I'm also going to be doing a full blog post on this palette, so definitely go ahead and check that out in the description box below if you want to see like close-up photos and swatches and everything like that. So as you can see, I've already done my brows. I used the Beaute brow pencil. What shade did I use? I used the shade Chestnut, and then I used the Beaute makeup base and set it with some pressed powder. The shadows I want to use today are the shades Red Hot, which is this one right here. When I swatched it I was like, oh my god, I need to use that. Lava, which is like a peachy orange shade. The yellow I really want to use, and then I also want to use this colour here, which is called Smoke. So I feel like I'm going to go for kind of like a sunset eye type of vibe. I'm going to start by taking this brush from EIGSHOW. I don't know what it is, but it comes with the Magician Silver Galaxy Silver set. I will link it down below. It's just like a kind of long tapered pencil brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Red Hot, which is this one right here, and pack that into the crease. So when I was doing the swatches of this eyeshadow palette, I will say there's a lot of fallout with these. I will say that some of the matte shades were definitely a little bit chalkier, and there were some inconsistencies with the shimmer shades, but to be honest, I think this palette retails for £10, like you really can't go wrong. So I'm just going to go ahead and pack that into the crease. I'm just trying to remember which eye I'm doing on my phone and which eye I'm doing on my camera for Instagram. Okay, so I'm going to start with this eye. I'm just going to go ahead and pack that into the crease of the eye. I decided not to put tape on for this look just because I feel like it will look quite nice if it's like diffused on the edges. So I'm just really working that into the crease of the eye and like kind of like mapping out the shape that I want. I want it bigger towards the outer corner, which is what I always want, but I'm not afraid to take the eyeshadow right up to the brow bone. I feel like I'm gonna have yellow literally like right up here. Love it. So yeah, I'm just recovering from a cold, so I'm very sorry if my voice is a little bit like bunged up, but we are getting there. That's why there's been a little bit of like a slump in content over the past like few days or so, because I've been in bed with a cold. So yeah, it's like sticking to a little patch just here. The shadow is really nice. It definitely goes on more pink on your eye than it does like red. I'd say it's definitely more pinky red, which is fine. I quite like that. Just putting that out here. Yeah, I'm going to take it right through to the inner corner. So far, so good. This eyeshadow is going on nice and smoothly. Nice pigment too. It's just definitely a lot more like pinky red than it is a red. Should I just get some on my nose? Yes, I did. Next up, I'm going to go into this one right here, which is called Lava, which is like a peachy orange shade. And I'm going to pop that right above the pinky red right here. This is a brush from Beaute. This is the LeBlanc 1207 brush. It's like a it's like a stiff blending brush. I'm just going to pack that on top of the red. Definitely took the red too high because now I don't have a lot of space to work with. I always wish that I had a bigger lid space, but you just gotta work with what you've got, people. Working that above the red. If anything, it's just kind of blending out the red more. You can't really see the orange tones from it, which is a bit disappointing, but we can work with it. It definitely didn't look the same shade on the eye, but it's okay. The next shade I'm going to take is Ignite, which is the bright yellow in the palette. And I'm going to take that on a teeny brush. This is the Morphe M562, and I'm just going to blend it above the peachy orange to hopefully bring this look together. There's quite a bit of fallout from the shadow, so just bear that in mind if that's something that bothers you. Personally, I don't really mind. It just tends to mean that the shadows are a little bit more chalky. Just trying to fit this yellow right in that brow bone of what we've got left. You can see it's quite powdery, but it's fine, we can work with it. Definitely wish I hadn't taken that red hot shade so high up, so I would have had more room to play with. But hopefully if we keep adding some more yellow, we can kind of like bring it down a little bit. I remember when people were quite scared to take their eyeshadow up so high, but like nowadays I feel like it's a trend and I like it because it just, like, you've got this whole eye space to work with, why not use it? So I'm just blending that right up in there. There we go, we're getting more like sunset-y type vibes now. Now I'm just going to go back through the colours that we used, so more of the red hot shade, just pop that through the crease just to re-intensify. And then back in with that lava shade to blend the two colours together, the red and the yellow. It's actually turned out to be a really nice blend so far. It looks a little bit crazy, but once you've put on the lid shade, liner, lashes, it will all be together. Now for the lid, what we're going to put on the lid. I've kind of gone off putting Smoke on the lid, which is the shimmery shade, but I definitely still want to incorporate it into the look, so I might, got it all over my fingers. I might put it in the inner corner like later on, but for the lid I think I might do the three colours that I used, but like yellow, orange, red here, and then like put a bit of darkness around here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna cut the crease using the Revolution Conceal and Correct Colour Correcting Concealer in the shade White. I love this for cut creases if you want like a really bold look, especially if you're using matte shades. I find that the white base really like intensifies the colour. So I'm gonna take it on this flat synthetic brush, which has a bit of an angle, so it's really good at cutting the crease. So I'm just going to paint that onto the concealer brush, back and front, or both sides. And then I'm just going to cut the crease, just pop a little bit on the lid and then look up, and then it's transferred quite high. And then I'm just pulling that round, and then I'm just going to fill in the middle with the white concealer. It'll probably go a little bit pink because of the red colour in the crease, but that is absolutely fine. Just going in with a little bit more concealer just to intensify it and make it really white. The more I look at this, the more I kind of want to do like yellow, orange, red. But because I've got like the red here, then you won't see the cut crease. What about if I do like yellow, orange? No, I'm just going to stick to my original plan. Okay, I'm going to start with that Ignite colour, which is the yellow, and just pack that. Oh, why is it going pink? Okay, I'm just trying to pack that on top of where we put the white concealer, right in the inner corner. I think it's going a little bit like pinky from the colour of the concealer, but that is fine. Then I'm going to go into Lava, and I'm just taking different flat shader brushes to do this for each colour. See, that looks more like the actual colour in the pan on top of the white base. That one's going on much nicer than the yellow. I felt like the yellow was a little bit like choppy. And then in with Red Hot just on the outer corner of the red. But I feel like I'm going to darken the outer corner up a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to go back in with the brushes and just blend over them. Just where the like orange touches the yellow and the red touches the orange. We're just going to tap over it to blend it together. Just does actually look really pretty. Why is my nose so blocked? I feel like I want to darken this outer corner just a teeny little bit. So I'm going to dip into Inferno, which is like a dark kind of berry colour. I'm going to tap into a teeny little bit of that with a fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M513 and I'm just going to lightly blend this right into the outer corner. Pretty. Okay, cool. Happy with that. For the waterline, I'm going to take the Revolution Hypocrisy Eyeliner in the shade Vice. I can't remember if I can find this on the website or not, but if you just use an orange eyeliner, that will work just fine. So I'm just going to pop that on the waterline. Then for the lower lash line, I'm just going to repeat those colours this way. So I'm going to put the yellow right in the inner corner. And then lava just on the middle. And then the red hot shade just on the outer corner. I really like that. So to complete the eyes, I'm going to add a wing liner. This is the Revolution Renaissance Flick liner pen. Obsessed, as you know. If you don't know, I love it. It's amazing. So I'll link it down below. Just give it a shake. I'm going to pop on a winged liner, just drawing along the lash line, pulling out towards the brow to about here, and then just pulling it down and filling in the gaps. I can never talk while I do this, so that's why I tell you what I do before. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes. These are the Superdrug Rose Gold Eyelash Curlers, just to give my lashes a little bit of a lift. Give it a good old squeeze. For mascara, I'm going to pop on the L'Oreal Unlimited mascara. I actually really like this mascara, it's really good. Then for lashes, I'm taking lashes that I've never used before. These are from Land of Lashes and they are in the style Paloma. They are faux mink lashes, which is amazing. They are absolutely huge and I cannot wait to pop these on. I'll definitely be doing it off camera. I'm going to be popping it on with the Revlon Precision Dark Lash Adhesive, so I'll try that out and let you know how it goes. And then also I'm going to be using this little tool they kindly sent me, falseeyelashes.co.uk, and it's a little like eyelash applicator, so I will let you know how that goes. I'll be right back with the lashes on. Okay, so lashes are on, the other eye is on, now it's time for the face. So I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because the main part of this video is about the eyeshadow. So I'm going to prime the skin using my Primark primer water. Then just kind of fan that dry. For foundation, I'm going to take my Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Longwear Liquid Foundation in the shade 3.0. I'm going to pop this all over my face using a spicy Choco CUSH blend sponge. I'm just going to dampen this into the skin. Dampen, I mean dab this in with a damp sponge into the skin. For cream contour, I'm going to take my Primark Contour and Sculpt stick, which is really gross, and it is in the shade, I don't know what shade it is, I think it's just like medium, but I'm going to take that and contour my face, under my cheekbones, under my jaw, forehead, down the nose, and then I'm going to blend it in using my Smashbox Cream Cheek Brush. For concealer, I'm going to take my Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Almond. I'm going to pop this under my eyes, chin, forehead and my nose, and then blend it in with the Spicy Choco sponge. Then to set the face, I'm going to take my Primark My Perfect Colour Mattifying Powder in the shade Ivory and just stamp this into the skin to lock it into place. To bronze up the face, I'm going to take my favourite bronzer. This is the NYX Medium Matte Bronzer, and this is a LOELLA Cosmetics Powder Woman Penelope brush. I'm just going to use this to bronze up my face on the outer perimeters and then across my nose. I always take it down my neck as well. For blush, I'm going to take my Sleek Makeup Blush by 3 palette. This is the Lace one, and I'm going to take the shade, I believe it's called Chantilly, which is the like orangey coral shade right here, which is really pretty, and I'm going to pop that on my cheeks. Just kind of like dabbing that onto my cheeks. Not being shy with the blush here. Then I'm going to set this into place using my Primark Matte Setting Spray. And then just to be extra, fan that dry. Ooh, my eyes are gone funny. For highlighter, I'm going to take this Revolution Face Quad. This is in Incandescent. I always say it's called Ignite, but it's not. I'm going to take this one right here, which is like a champagne kind of colour. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'm just going to pop that onto the high point of my cheekbone. Ooh, that is an intense highlight. I'm also going to take a little bit just above the brow, just to add some kind of like glow to the face, on the tip of the nose. Okay, I'm just going to finish off the eyes now. So I'm going to go back to the Revolution palette, and I am going to take the shade Bonfire, which is the shimmery pearlescent colour right here in the palette. Bit of a weird name to call it, but there you go. I'm going to pop that in the inner corner, but only the inner corner. I'm going to leave the brow bone completely matte. Then I'm just going to pop some mascara on my lower lashes to finish off the eye look. One of my eyelashes just in the middle of my lower lash line is like really short. That looks really weird. Just gonna pop some brow gel through the brows. This is just a pretty little thing. Brow gel, it's not like the greatest, but I just need something to kind of tame these babies. For lips, I'm gonna line them with Barry M's red lip liner because I don't have an orange lip liner. Then for liquid lipstick, I'm gonna take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Spicy Liquid Lipstick and pop this on. Orange for orange. I love a monochromatic look. And then just to pop on the liquid lipstick. And this is the finished makeup look using the Revolution Forever Flawless Fire palette. And this is what I created. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. As far as it comes to the actual palette itself, I give it a thumbs up. I don't say it's the most incredible palette I've ever tried in my life. However, for the price point, I think it's definitely worth purchasing. I'll leave the link for it down below. This video is not sponsored or anything like that. I just love reviewing the Revolution palettes. They always have amazing releases upcoming and forever launching all the time, so I always want to review them. I just think they're really fun, and I love the styles behind them, like the packaging and everything is really cool. Yeah, so this is the look I came up with. I'm really happy with it. At first I definitely thought, oh no, I've like taken the red too far up, but once we kept on going, we made something nice of it. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely check me out on Instagram as well. I'd really appreciate it, and I shall see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. In the middle, that's so hello. What? Where'd it go? For blush, I'm going to take my Sleek Blush